Not to alarm you, but it's Friday, and that means it's time for the BumbleKast! I'm your host, Ian Flynn, the Bumble King, and joining me as always is my Bumble co-host, Kyle, JCRB Kraus.
I'm scared, Ian. I am alarmed.
Why are you scared?
I'm alarmed because it's Friday. You said don't be alarmed, but I am alarmed.
Don't be scared. It's just Friday.
Okay, fine. I can't tell the difference between any of the days anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, in case you missed it, we've got a whole bunch of new tiers and stuff on how you can support the show and get your question answered. Head over to BumbleKast.com to see how that all breaks down. And with that out of the way, where are these questions coming from today, sir?
These are all from last month's live stream that we do every month right here on YouTube. So if you missed that, then hey, at least maybe now you'll get to hear the questions, some of the questions and answers. So, and then we do them at the end of every month. So tune in at the end of August, and we will have yet another one for you coming up. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this one from Rodimus Prime. If you were tasked with writing a spin-off of the IDW Sonic book starring Bunny, what would you write?
That is a tricky one, because
you'd have to introduce Bunny first.
Yeah, we don't really know universe. Bunny in the context of IDW Sonic, but let's just say, make it easy and just say Bunny in the context of post-reboot.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Antoine would obviously be a major character in it, but beyond that, I would want to take her somewhere else. Give her own adventures, have her explore a different region, give her own villainy and supporting cast, because the Freedom Fighters are good. They're very important to her in her life, but they also have a habit of stealing the spotlight, and it would become a Freedom Fighter book.
Yeah.
And Rodimus here is asking for a Bunny book. And for Bunny to really shine, she's got to step away from the ensemble cast that she is so intricately a part of.
Right.
Let's see. I was going to say, well, we could explore some of the stuff with Beauregard, but no, that was pre-reboot. Dad, schnabbit. And we could maybe explore some of what I had planned for Sonic Universe, because if you remember the solicits from way back in the day, what was coming up was we were going to do 4 individual issues in the Sonic Universe that highlighted each of the Freedom Fighters, and it was going to introduce a subplot for each and every one of them that were going to be, story arcs for the years to come. And that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's all Lost Hedgehog Tales material right now, unfortunately. But suffice to say, it would have involved the Soul Dimension a fair bit. And that's the teaser I'm going to leave you with. Sorry.
Man. Got a Bunny and Blaze book. Woo. I'm here for it. I'm down. Cruel Alchemist has a question. Given that Infinite got a sort of resurgence in popularity, is there any chance he will come back to the franchise in some form?
Maybe. That's entirely up to SEGA, really. If you want to see Infinite back, you can write into IDW, their letters page or their social media, because then if IDW has a sizable metric, like here's all these tweets and emails and letters saying they want this character, can we use him? That gives them ammunition to go to SEGA and ask for permission. Or cut out the middleman. Go straight to SEGA. Contact their social media, because you have one of the most responsive teams of any company anywhere. Be polite.
Yeah.
Be respectful, but do take advantage of this golden opportunity to say, we want more Infinite. And if they can go to the bosses and say, look, there is a large fan demand for this character, we have a product that we can produce, that we need to do with here, then that gives them more impetus to do.
Right. Here's a question from Verdragon5. Does Scrapnic Island take place in the classic continuity? Also, this may be more of a question for the artist. Is Mecha-Knuckles wearing Knuckles' hat from the OVA on the cover of issue 2?
I am not going to steal any of Danny's thunder. So I'm going to hashtag knowing smile most of this. But 1, it is modern Sonic. And 2, Danny has achieved things with this miniseries that I never dreamed I could do. Huge props to him. I am super, super excited to see this when it comes out. And that's it. That's all I'm saying. You guys are in for a treat. It's just good stuff.
And we got one here from Yavon S. If Scourge, Neo Metal Sonic, Eclipse Darkling, and Walter Nagas were forced to be on a team with each other, what would their dynamic be, and how well would they work together to rule?
They wouldn't.
No.
At all.
I mean, just with Scourge there is bad enough. But yeah, no.
Like every single one of them is defined by their self-serving, destructive nature. Like Neo Metal is a conqueror. Scourge is an anarchist. Eclipse wants to eat people. And Walter, by the time we got to him, was well past his conniving stage. He was full on evil wizard conqueror.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the scenario where they would be forced to even remotely think about working with each other outside of like desperate self-preservation. Like we're talking some cosmic level threat that's come down.
Yeah.
And even then, I feel like most of them would be more akin to the idea of just saving themselves.
Yep.
Like you'd have to have some kind of gladiatorial overlord attach bomb collars to them and say, play nice or I kill you. And even then they'd probably go, choices.
Yeah. Some of them might rather die in horrible explosions than work together.
Like Nagas might fall back on the conniving side of things to, just to save his own skin. And Scourge, by the end of the prison arc, was savvy enough to know that maybe he has to play nice just long enough to get what he wants. Eclipse could maybe come around to the idea of he's the last of his kind. To prevent full extinction of the Black Arms, he has to do whatever it takes to live on, but I don't know. That's a hard sell for an idea.
I don't know, man. Quinn Holla has a question. Ian, if you could use a character from Fleetway in IDW or in anything really, who would you pick?
See, I'm not super duper familiar with Fleetway, so this is just kind of a off the top of my head thing. Maybe Dr. Zachary, just because I'm a sucker for echidnas.
Yeah, but having another echidna though, that throws the wrenches into a lot of things.
And I seem to remember that big-headed robot thing he had was neat. Maybe Techno, because I know that I'm pretty sure she's a fan favorite, especially as a companion to Amy.
Yeah.
Read into the word companion as much as you want. And I think it was a earlier episode. I was saying it'd be kind of fun to have a squirrel powering Omega as an homage to Short Fuse. So maybe go full adaptation, and Short Fuse is the squirrel inside of Omega. He gets out, still wants the arsenal, gets his own suit, and goes buck wild. I don't know.
I like it.
I mean, I do remember greatly enjoying Captain Plunder, but more when he wasn't in the context of Sonic. It was like, oh, this is a fun character in his own right. Mm-hmm. Let's have a Captain Plunder book. Forget Sonic.
Isn't that how it always goes? Let's have these other characters instead of Sonic. Oh well. He's a good unifying
if there's a character
force.
That you think, if there's a character you think Fleetway that you think should be salvaged in some shape or form, comment below. Let us know what you think.
Here's one from Damashi the Chaotic. Is there any hope for Sega allowing Shadow's characterization to go back to the way it was in Heroes, Battle, 06, etc., or is it a lost cause?
Never give up. Never surrender.
Trust your instincts. Oh, wait, no.
Maria used to help me like that, too. I could make that so much worse, but I'm not going to. I hope so. That would be nice for me. I'm going to even go so far as to say SA2. I like my cocky, sassy Shadow.
They're all different characterizations, though, across all those games, to be fair. Like
a little bit, but just like...
Shadow really ever been consistent? Like, really?
Well, you could argue... You could argue that there's growth from SA2 to Heroes to Battle in 06. That a transition.
I guess.
I think you could make a case for that. I want a Shadow that can trot out lines like, I'm the coolest, or it'll be a date to die for, and crack a smirk for pity's sake. I'm not saying he has to be quippy like Sonic. He absolutely shouldn't.
It's like
the fun of the characters are them being diametrically opposed, but he needs to have some kind of oomph to him. But as I just said for the other thing, the Sega social media team is a fantastic avenue, but they can only provide the feedback that they get. So if you want to see earlier Shadow return, ask for it politely, respectfully. Don't spam, obviously, but put that out there. Show the demand, and it makes a much easier case to go in that direction if you show that there's an interest for it.
He'll still never have a line as good as, "This is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me."
Careful, just don't take it from Maggie Simpson.
Oh boy. Gem Princess has a question. How much of a bad influence would Marine be as a mentor to Charmy?
I think it's the other way around.
I think Marine would just be a bad influence on anything, and Charmy also would be a bad influence on anything, so they would influence each other very poorly.
I mean, they're both highly excitable children that don't have much of a filter. They would just reinforce all of their bad natures. It'd be a hoot to watch, though, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Until eventually it just all falls apart and everything just goes to complete crap. But, until then, be very entertaining.
Soliana burns the ground to the background while Blaze and Vector are looking down disappointingly. What did you do?
Well, now it's a good excuse to get Blaze and Marine to the proper Sonic's world. Easy enough. We fixed it. There we go. Here's a question from Certified Chump. A while back, you said that you'd tackle a Sonic movie in a completely different way from where they're being done now. So what would Ian's Sonic movie look like?
Let's just be clear here. When I said I would have tackled it completely differently, I probably would have done it the wrong way. Like, I'm not doing some kind of backhanded comment of, oh, I would have done it differently or better. No. I like the Sonic movie. I like what they've done with it. I like where they're taking things. It's a good Sonic story for the people who are not Sonic fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good general audience's version of Sonic. And I don't think I would have been able to approach it that way because I am 15 years in the weeds. I am dyed in the wool. I am a Sonic acolyte. And it's kind of hard to break that perspective sometimes.
You mean you're
and it's
not,
a strength.
You mean you're not the star line to the Sonic movies creators? You're not going to go in there and be like, no. I could do better.
No, God, no.
Okay, fine.
I'm not even going to pretend that I have the patience to handle Hollywood, but
oh, yeah.
No. I greatly enjoy what they've done with it. And, my experience with Sonic is a strength in some regards and a weakness in others.
Yeah.
I would have pitched something close to Sonic Adventure, something to establish Sonic in a human world, but I would have gone in, what I would have pitched would have been something that just drops you in medias res, like gives you the Star Wars treatment. You don't need to explain what a Wookiee is. You don't need to explain why there's talking animal peoples. They just are. That's that world. And just dive right in, which is a gamble,
Yeah.
If you don't buy what you're selling immediately, the rest of the movie falls apart. Approaching it the way they did in the Sonic movie is a much safer approach, and they made it work.
Yeah. Yeah, they're taking their time, I think, building up to what they really want it to be, which is fine. So at least they've got the chance to do that. If they'd stuck with the original design, they would have never gotten that chance. So It was smart to go back to it, even if it did involve a lot of putting a lot on an effects team that was probably already stretched thin. But I don't know. Here's a question from Cosmo Bunny Studios. How do you think Tails would have turned out without Sonic's positive/brotherly influence? Would he have still turned out to be a good person, or would he have turned out to be more unhinged or ruthless?
I like to think that Tails is a good, heroic person naturally. It's just Sonic cultivated that.
Mm-hmm.
Without Sonic, I imagine that he wouldn't have bloomed so early. Like, he's very young and he's already a very capable and accomplished hero. Without Sonic, I imagine he would have been much more withdrawn and not nearly as outgoing, but he would still be a good person. And whether or not he rose to the challenge is another question. Like, would he have come to the rescue of West Side Island, or would he have attempted to flee? Without Sonic's guidance and support, maybe he would have fled. You know, he wouldn't have the confidence to stand up to Eggman.
Yeah.
But given enough time, maybe he would have eventually grown into the hero that he is now.
Yeah, I can see that. Here's a question from Red. How did Sonic get his airplane, the Tornado? Did he find it during his travels? Did someone give it to him? He built it? Unlikely, but who knows?
I don't know. That's one of those lingering mysteries.
He just had it one day. He didn't have it, and then he had it. I always kind of assumed it was Tails' for some reason, because, I mean, he's the one who flew it normally, but...
Yeah, he flies it, he maintains it, it's...
Yeah, I don't know. He bought it from Vector, maybe. It was a lemon.
I mean, if you want to go 100% headcanon, I like the idea that he got it from his dad, because Paulie had that kind of bomber jacket pilot look to him.
That's true, yeah.
Sonic's like, I'm going to set out on my own, Dad. And he's like, all right, happy trails. Here's a plane.
Here's your plane.
You're going to give me your plane? No, I'm giving you your plane.
But dads don't exist in Sonic anymore, so it can't be that way.
Yeah.
No dads. And there's only one mother. Chiptune Pacifist has a question. Not sure if this has been asked yet. What do you think Sonic and Elise's relationship would be like if they never forgot the events of 06? I think they may. What do you think the events? What do you think Sonic 06? Or what do you think Sonic and Elise's relationship would be like if they never forgot the events of 06? There we go. I think I fixed it.
Basically where they left off at the end of the game. She would have a deep respect and love for Sonic and the inspiration he was to her, that he was able to help her get over her childhood trauma awkwardly and just embrace her life again, to convince her to live her life rather than fear it. And Sonic, being Sonic, would just be super casual about everything, as he always is.
Yeah. Here's a question from Sonic's Art and More. I had a question about classic Sonic and the Chaos Emeralds. In terms of the story, why are there only 6 emeralds in Sonic 1 when Sonic Origins shows the 7th and the others towards 2?
I don't know. Like, when we were discussing how to compose the cutscenes for Sonic Origins, it's like, how do we want to tackle this? And we have a very limited means of doing so. So we just skewed towards, here's what it was presented in the games, and let it remain a bit of a mystery. You know, let the Chaos Emeralds be kind of mysterious.
As a treat. Here's a question from Marl Barrow. Let's have fun with a hypothetical. Tangle, Whisper, and Mimic are forced to team up for whatever reason. How quickly do things go south? Who snaps first?
If anyone's going to snap, it's going to be Whisper.
Yes. Yes.
Like, Tangle's twitchy, but she's not a snapper. And Mimic is a professional. He's not going to snap. Whisper's the one who's going to be on a hair trigger the whole time. And it's going to be Tangle who kind of wrangles her into not straight up murdering Mimic for whatever adventure they're on. So I imagine that they would be very effective together. I mean, Mimic and Whisper would kind of fall into the old patterns of what they had as the Diamond Cutters, you know, kind of harkening back to old times. But there would always be that lingering tension, because the minute that they're done or out of danger or whatever, it's going to become a question of who strikes first.
Yeah, pretty much. Tangle's no fun. Let Whisper have a little murder. Come on. Mimic deserves it. Here's a question from Booper Snouter. In the initial Archie continuity, Eggman converted people with legionization. In the reboot, he used cyberization instead. Did cyberization ever involve brainwashing like the former sometimes did?
I don't think so. I think that was something we trotted out with some of the legionized characters just to explain why they would be loyal. Whereas with post-reboot, they were all volunteers. They were all power-hungry jerks who allowed themselves to be put into a bad situation for self-gain.
Right. That makes sense. Here's a question from Geo Knuckles. How would you imagine Knuckles, Silver, and Vector's interactions with Yoko and other Gurren Lagann characters?
I think Knuckles and Kamina would just get along swimmingly. Like kindred spirits, tackling things with very little regard to just how out of their weight class they are. Silver would sympathize with Simone and his lack of confidence and his desire to do more and great things. And once both of them got into the whole, spiral power mentality, each step forward, each turn is an advancement. There'd be no stopping them at that point. I think Vector would kind of default to being the big brother fatherly figure to Nia. Just, he already does it for Charmy, and she's like weapons grade adorable. I'm talking pre-time skip here, mind you. And just I see their interactions being just tooth-achingly, sweetly cute.
Mm-hmm.
I know you said Yoko specifically, but like I can't really think of anything distinctive between those three characters and her that they'd really play up on. Although she might appreciate a little bit of low-key competence compared to Kamina, for pity's sake. Because Kamina, if Knuckles is usually dialed up to an 8, Kamina is like an 11 by default. So having someone who's just a little chill, or someone as thoughtful as Vector, might be something that she enjoys.
Alrighty. Here's a question from Francisca A. And this one will take us into our break. Question related to the big oof. Starline ruined Belle's life, but she saw him dying. It was horrid. What bothers me is Sonic saying big oof to her when it should have been, sorry, you had to see that.
Yeah, maybe that would have been a better approach to it. The thing is, I was talking with Adam about this. The scene in the script is you see Sonic kind of cringe at the realization of what happened, and Adam preferred to stage it so that there was more of a focus on Belle's reaction. He wasn't thinking so much of what Sonic needed. And when the discourse happened, he was just as surprised by it as I was. It's like, it shouldn't be this big of a deal. Here's the thing. If you were entertained by the line, I wasn't going for a laugh, but I'm glad that you got a jolly out of it. If you think it's some kind of concentrated character assassination, I can't help you. It's not. If you didn't like the line, I'm sorry.
Alrighty. And with that, I think we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more on the BumbleKast. We're back, and we have a question from Komea D. Ian, what would a super honey look like in your opinion? What colors would you choose? Any major changes on her design? What kind of powers could she have?
I'm inclined to say Candy's alternate outfit from Fighting Vipers.
Mm-hmm.
Did that change her hair color too, or was it just the outfit? I can't remember now.
I thought maybe it was made her blonde.
Okay.
But I'm not sure.
No, it's a blue outfit with blonde hair.
So blue. Oh, that's right. I think she might have had multiple.
Yeah, I'm seeing
alts.
a few outfits here.
Yeah, I think she had multiple alts because she also has a yellow one that's brown hair. Yeah.
I see. I'm kind of going to go with Candy's classic alternate colors, like from like very early Fighting Vipers. So the blue dress and the blonde hair. Maybe it's do the supersonic gold. I don't know if that'd be enough of a contrast with their normal yellow fur, but I don't know. I think it'd be good to make a callback like that.
Oh, yeah. And as far as what her powers would be, punching things even harder. I mean, what else could you do?
Bigger wings.
Yes. Oh, she can fly.
Full flight.
Yeah, there we go. I'm down. Either that, or maybe since she is also a female cat, she could use the soul emeralds.
Oh, burning honey. No, okay. So one of her alternate outfits is a yellow dress.
Yeah.
So that's the super golden dress.
Yeah.
Lighter shade to the hair, so it flies up. That's your super honey. Burning honey, or hot honey to keep the alliteration. I don't know. That's the blue. So like it's like butane fire blue.
Nice.
Don't know about the yellow fire hair, but have it billowing upwards, so it looks like her entire head's aflame. That might be kind of neat.
Fan artists, I think you know what to do. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Do it. Awesome. Here's a question from Grim Drago. What if Vanilla and Vector found and adopted Styx?
It sounds like a nightmare for Vector. Like, it starts off nice. He actually managed to marry and settle down with Vanilla. Hey, his dreams come true. She wants to adopt. Well, okay, he wasn't expecting to be a dad, but Cream's nice. And now another kid, who is it? Styx.
Oh, no.
Someone who's like almost his age. Someone who is not remotely like Cream. Someone who's always calling everything out. You know, she's introducing all these conspiracies for him to investigate when he knows they're just tinfoil hat nonsense. No, this is a nightmare. Why did he ever agree to this? And the alarm goes off.
Yes. Boy, it would be, yeah. I don't think it would go well.
That being said, you could probably get some mileage out of Styx coming to the Chaotix saying, I have a case for you. And as they get deeper and deeper into it, they realize it's just one of her conspiracy nonsense bits.
Yeah. But she'll swear it's real. Yeah. All right.
And just about the time Vector swears off the whole thing, that's when it actually falls into place, and she was right all along.
Oh, yeah, of course. All right, here's one from NanoSMM64. Sorry, I'm just wondering now that Sonic CD is confirmed to be before Sonic 2. Does that mean this Metal Sonic is the first ever Sonic robot? Or did secret prototypes like Mecha from Sonic 2 Game Gear exist?
It makes Metal Sonic the first to appear, but you could argue that the old Mecha Sonic, Silver Sonic, whatever you want to call the thing, predates him. We just didn't see it until the Game Gear games.
Mm-hmm. Here's one from Frank7640. If you could choose one moment and one character of your creation from your entire Sonic comic run to make the transition to the movies, who would you choose and why?
Oh dear. You know what? If they could make Sonic's limit line fit into the movie somewhere, that whole bit of limit, I got your limit right here.
Yep.
And then just zoom. That would be hype. That would actually get me on my feet. In Sonic 2, I guess spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, but Aaliyah pointed this out. The sequence where the Death Egg robot, or giant mecha, whatever you're calling it, goes to stomp on Sonic, and then he lifts the foot up as Supersonic. Seemed very similar to a bit out of Genesis. I'm not super sold on that just because, big robot goes to step on Hero. Hero has sudden turnaround. That seems like a fairly broad enough idea that they could come up with it on their own. But if it was an intentional homage, that's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's close enough that I can't just say, nah, it's coincidence. But it's also a broad enough thing that I'm not going to lay claim to it,
Right.
As for character, movie Tangle would probably be the easiest to do. She has the least baggage and would be loads of fun. Just her and Sonic tearing around the landscape at high speeds, getting into hijinks and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But post 3, because we know we're getting Shadow in 3. I mean, that's kind of a given. If they want to, depending on how they do him, I'm assuming they're going to give him a more antagonistic route and take the Sonic Adventure 2 way of doing things. I could be wrong. We'll see how it goes. But assuming Shadow is somewhat antagonistic in 3, you could give him a route to be heroic if you were to bring Eclipse into the mix. That means black arms and all that jazz, which I don't know, but
Eclipse was a good character, though. He needs to get his due.
He came together very well, but he's also very much a product of his time. I don't know how well he would transition elsewhere.
Yeah, and he is tied to stuff that don't really want to acknowledge anymore, so I don't know.
Like a lot of other stuff that we created was within the context of the comic and its settings and trappings of the time. I don't know how well they would go over into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Whisper, you need the concept of the Wispons and the Wisps, and that's a lot to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Rough and Tumble are fun, but they're mooks. They're not like star power.
Says you, I'd go see the movie with them in it. Oh wait, I would go see it anyway. But
I mean, they'd be fun for an opening act shot, but they're not.
Nah,
I don't think that's what I'm looking for here.
Yeah,
like Mimic is decidedly tied to Whisper,
mm-hmm.
and Starline. We got Agent Stone, and I would not trade Agent Stone for anything in this world.
No, he is a delightful lackey. All right, here's one from Uppercut Comics. What's your opinion on a Lupin the Third / Sonic crossover?
My opinion is that I really need to watch Lupin the Third at some point. I know the very, very basic premise, but not enough to really riff on it.
It's been decades since I've even seen Lupin the Third. I think there was a movie. They were playing the Lupin the Third movie on Adult Swim, and that was ages ago. One of the movies, I don't know which one it was. I mean, it could probably work, but I don't know. Why not? Make Sonic crossover with everything. Sonic can crossover with whatever he wants. Who are we to stop him? And we got a question here from Frozen Apple Juice. I've heard at one point Fang was considered to be included in Sonic Adventure 1. I don't know if this is true, but how would you put him into that story?
I have not heard that myself, but crazier things have been on the table.
Maybe they're thinking of Sonic Heroes. They were throwing out everything, but anyway, this is about SI1, so.
He could fit in easily enough if he was there gathering the emeralds for Eggman. It kind of robs Eggman a lot of his agency in the story, would put him more in the background. But, in terms of somebody gathering up gems, taking them from other people, it would work well enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe it's Fang who gasses them outside of Casinopolis. It's Fang who grabs up the emeralds after Sonic and Knuckles butt heads. Well, it's possible. I don't know.
Here's a question from A. Rowie. In one of the Q&A, I saw that you confirmed that Styx would appear in IDW Sonic. Will this happen soon? Will her friendship with Amy be preserved? I love their friendship so much.
I wanted her to appear a few times now, and it just never worked out. I still want her to, and I feel like, yeah, she should maintain that friendship with Amy, but things have not gone as planned, or as I've desired, so we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Here's a question from Capton, not 100% sure. If Rouge was a part of Team Rose instead of Big, how would the team change in terms of character relationships? Would they be sisters, like how Team Sonic acts like brothers?
I don't know about that.
Nah.
I mean, Rouge would certainly get along with them enough to get what she wants.
No, I think Blaze is a better fit than Rouge for.
Sure. But in terms of Sonic Heroes,
I suppose,
like specifically,
But then who would you swap over to Team Dark? Big? Would you just swap them?
Big wanders into the vault containing the shadow pod, accidentally bumps Omega awake, goes fumbling around as Omega goes nuts and frees Shadow. They decide to go on a revenge spree and is like, can you help me find Froggy?
Yeah, pretty much. There's no fly type, but you don't need it. When you have those three, I don't think you need a fly.
Cripes. I mean, Omega fires Shadow and Rouge as spin dashes. Imagine him firing a spin dashing Big. He'd be tearing holes through the level.
Amazing. Incredible. Yeah. We have taken this question completely off the rails. Sorry, Captain.
Rouge would work well enough with Amy and Cream. She knows how to cooperate to get what she wants.
Yeah.
And they're nice enough people that she would be amicable with them. She's not going to, make waves just to rile people, at least in this scenario. But once they accomplish their goals, she'd be off on her own again.
Oh, of course. Yeah. She's gone. She's off into the sunset at the very end of the cutscene, of course. Hey, where'd Rouge go? Oh, she's gone. Here's a question from Smash Zapper 85. If you were made the showrunner / head writer of the Knuckle show starring Idris Elba that's currently in development, what would the show look like?
I've wondered what it would look like, and I don't quite know how to handle it. Like, maybe, because we've established that there is some interdimensional travel already. So maybe have him explore what his ancestors might have done on Earth that he doesn't know about. If the owls could build a whole subterranean super ruin temple thingy, surely the echidnas could do some kind of beachhead settlement or something. Introduce a couple of, plucky archaeologist characters to keep the budget down and just kind of make it an exploration adventure type thing.
Mm-hmm. Call might be in there somehow, some way.
Yeah, maybe. And, to make the best use of things, have the unscrupulous archaeologist who wants to dig everything up and steal it away and get rich by selling it off to museums, and then have Knuckles' compatriots just wanting to document and appreciate it, but respect the culture and keep things as it is.
And then they discover the hidden echidna civilization, and all of a sudden there's this big technologically advanced city.
No.
On a floating island.
No.
I don't see a problem with this. And then Knuckles turns green.
No.
From illness, because because he's sick of this. He's sick of this garbage. Star Sprite has a question. Does Silver exist in the same timeline as the Sonic cast? Because despite Generation saying he is from an alternate timeline, Sonic Rivals series and Forces prequel comics implied that he exists in the same timeline.
I looked this up, and the profile I found from Sonic Generations doesn't mention alternate timelines. But then again, I think this was from the console version. I don't know if the 3DS has a variant. So if you know what Star Sprite's talking about, please mention it in the comments below so I can check it out. But otherwise, as far as I'm aware, Silver is from Sonic's future. It's just one timeline.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's one from Overlord X. Could Kit just absorb Chaos and use his powers while within his pack?
Potentially, but Chaos controls his own water as well. So the question is, once absorbed, what would Chaos do to Kit inside his pack?
Be the two of them. It would be a power struggle.
It would not be pretty.
No, probably not. Here's a question from the Saxon. How does a writer versus head writer work? I am an outsider looking in, so sorry for the ignorance.
Don't be sorry. This is how you learn.
Yes.
Now, this is not a universal answer. This could be very different from project to project, production to production, studio to studio. This is just my personal experience within the confines of IDW Sonic. Evan is lead writer right now on Sonic, which means she is pitching the main storyline. She is doing the bulk of the series writing. And I, as a contributing writer, fall in line with that. Like when doing Imposter Syndrome, I checked with her and with the editors to make sure that what I was doing didn't disrupt her writing, because she's sitting down the groundwork. I'm doing the spinoff. The spinoff should not overshadow the main thing. And mostly just communicating back and forth so that whatever I'm contributing is fitting with her greater vision. And she's super cool to work with, very easy to work with. We both grew up at a time where we could see what happens to the comics when creatives aren't cooperative with each other, and we both adamantly want to avoid that. So it's head writer establishes, the main stuff is the driving force for the greater narrative, and the contributing writers are adding stuff on the side to contribute to that greater narrative.
How dare you? You took my job, Ian. My job was to make the underhanded jab, not you. What the heck?
Underhanded jab? I know not of what you speak, sir.
Oh, I think you do.
No. I'm just simply stating what happened.
You're just simply stating facts. I get it. Here's a question from Windy. How is Sonic not faster than Extreme Gear?
I don't know. Looking at gameplay, they both seem pretty darn fast.
I thought he was at least as fast as Extreme Gear, if not faster. But
I mean, I can't imagine it being slower.
No, but he's probably just doing it to be fair, like how he gets in a car. He's faster than any car, but
But then where's the fun? Where's the competition?
Right. Yeah.
It's not about winning. It's about the experience.
Exactly. See, Sonic knows what's up, but it is also about winning. Sunblister16 is here with a question. What's the deal with the forbidden phrase from this month's issue? A lot of people are having discourse about whether it was appropriate or in character for Sonic. Thoughts?
My thoughts are all what we had before the break. That's all the thought that needs to be put into it, honestly.
Yep. Yep. And our last question is from Universe. Ian versus Kyle. Who can eat the most food?
Well, I think it would depend on the food. Like, if we're going Mexican, you're going to win. Easy. It's not really my thing.
Yeah.
But if it's something that we share an interest in,
I don't know, man. I think it's a toss-up. I don't think there is an answer. I think the answer is look out, food.
Now, I can't put away as much as I used to, which is a good thing, and I shouldn't have done what I did back in the day.
I don't think I can either now.
But like the benchmark I remember is there's a chain, I don't know how widespread it is, called Fuddruckers.
Oh yeah, I know.
Which is you got to be careful how you say that so you don't get demonetized.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a 1 pound burger, a full pound of beef that they throw on the grill.
Oh yeah,
I forget how many slices of cheese on it. They serve it on a loaf of bread. You don't call that a bun. I'm sorry. that is a loaf with a side of big old potato wedges, not skinny little fries, wedges.
That's right.
And I got through it more than once.
Yeah, there's a place around.
I was kind of hurting, but I got through it.
There's a local joint around here that has 1 pound burgers and fries like that. Yeah, I had no problem with it.
I don't think I could do that anymore, though. It's good, to be sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what seasoning they use, but that's a good burger. But I don't know if I could handle that and still kind of laugh it off. And given my age and state of being, I probably shouldn't do that sort of thing anymore.
You might be regretting it later. Yes. Yeah.
Or I might not get the chance to regret it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, well, yeah, What a way to go out, though. If you're going to go out.
Man dies consuming burger. Last words. No regrets.
Yep, pretty much.
The last thing your heart monitor does is ba 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 ba.
Who can eat the most food between the two of us? Yes. That's pretty much it. I think that's the answer.
I don't know. And I'm curious. What would we compete over?
I don't know. Hot dog eating
What
contest
stuff-
is way too obvious. I don't know.
Yeah. Chicken wings, maybe?
I don't have any interest in competing, though, is the thing. I don't want to. I don't think I don't think you'd want to either. Because the results would be just I don't know.
If it came down to rib eating, I might beat you, Kyle. I just might.
Maybe. I don't know though. Do like some ribs. I don't know. I don't know, man. What I do know is we should move on, and we're done.
Yeah,
we that's it. That's all the questions we got for this week.
Before we wrap it up, let's go give a big thank you to all the folks who support us over at patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, and our YouTube members. Big thank you to Daniel H., Alex P., James K., John B., Jennifer R., Robotnik Holmes, Samuel P., Sam Cybercat, Mike B., Dave M., Coupling Crew 128, Duas Diz Din, Jay Frost, Salute Your Cat, Andrew D., Hero of Light 13, Scruffy Matt, Ryan D., Chris A., Sony, John M., Noni, Jib, Don B., Yami M., Lee H.K., Lisa M., Fiona M., Chevelle, Invade Turbo Tunas, Ben W., Blue Tidal Gamer, Keeper of Monsters, Tick Tick, Axis, Xanderoni the Painter, Final Neil, Scurvy Pirate Hog, Jonathan Inkpants is missing his actual pants. The name is X, Justin S., Solaris Stain, Nimric, Godzilla, Dabbler the Dalek, Chaos Universe, Sonic Legacy, Daniel B., Ava Arctic, Pedantic Cat, Dove, Red the Supernamic, Arcfighter, Quaggle Gaggle, Chad, Nondle, Professor Rye, Jack the Animator, Cameron H., Les, Jennifer H., Sapphire Scarletta, Alphamon Oryukin, Joshua S., Omegawatt, Preston M., Noah S., Finest Cacophony, Alex GS, Kojiro Highwind, Supersonic Van, Awesome Cakester, Radry, Jolene B., Chase L., Dapper Shinks, Just a Mountain Soul, Callum Q, Red Wolf, Ty H., Starsec and Tails, Maddie H., KJB, John the Real Luigi, DeRucival, In Zephyr, Mox, The Marble Gardener, Owen BD, Lemur Chicken, Cosmic Cooking Hunter 77, Wild 48, Miles the Prower, Navari, Exidel, Agent Kaz, T Ranger, For Sonic Fan, Lewis J, Michael P, Rhythm Raccoon, Fenris Asger, Pap, Delta God 77, Maggie Sawdust, Pig Dan 20, Ty Cyan, Jamal S, Oz Jam, Shimmy M, Angela V, Lacey M, Unlikely Veronica, Phi, Timon B, Thievius, Smiley 21, The Flower Garden, Sammy S, Spiral Sinshi, Tetsu Knife, Fang the Werehog, Krubo, Chaosonic 1, Sky the Desu, Supernova, Indabend, The Discayan, Superior Pizza, Charlie B, Chaos Shadow, Sonic PAJ, Alex Art Here, Blue Rat, Darth Grader, Green Hill Zone 99, Hedge Sonic 11, Hedgie, Mobius, Nokonori, Scourge Time, Speedweed, Steph Cube, Zekartinist, Frost the White Lion, Danny the Light, Ryoko Shion, Zoom, Phelps G, Metamode, and Wheels 282 Hedgehog.
Holy crap. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support, as always. That is an incredible list of names that continues to grow, and I'm here for it. I'm all for it.
That's going to wrap us up for this episode of the BumbleKast. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you Monday for more Priority Q&A. Until then, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
Bye! Oh no. I'm getting pinged over in general, and it's a video of Roger. Did Roger say the line? Did he say the thing? Did he oof? Did he do the big oof? Big oof!
Yeah, he did.
Okay, good. We don't say all the names live? We used to, but not anymore. There were too many.
It used to be. Yeah, when we had like 20 or 30 names, I'd have fun trying to read it all in one breath.
Yeah.
But we're now pushing over 150 names.
Yeah.
I can't do that 3 times.
Yes. Ian values his lungs now. I mean, yeah, there was that one point where you... I think you had a bit of a scare there.
Oh, yeah, when I couldn't breathe at all. That was no good.
Yeah, no, that was bad. Limits are meant to be broken. I mean, at some point, the limit becomes
Yeah, except in Soviet chest cavity, the limits break me.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah. It's too much. It's too much!
That, and I really am not in the most optimum recording position. The way I'm sitting, it's not conducive to good airflow, to be honest. So,
Oh well.
When I burst into song, that's a bad idea in general.
Well, at least you're not telling them to read another book. How can I read when I'm seething? Big oof indeed. The biggest oof of all was the big oof even caused a reaction. You've been listening to the BumbleKast, a co-production of Bumble King Comics and the KNGI Network. Original theme music composed by Ken Coda Snyder. Remixed intro by T-Lopes. Find out more information, along with podcast feeder links, MP3 downloads, and more at bumbleking.com and kngi.org.
Did you see Game Apologist's review of 51?
No, I didn't. But I saw that you reacted to it. I didn't get the chance to, but
he made a point of saying, I'm not doing a 40-minute video discussing Big Oof. And then he's talking about how he's getting Sad AM vibes from the issue.
Yeah.
About how it's, Sonic and his friends in a big Eggman city fighting to survive. And Sonic says, let's do it. And he goes, this great callback where he says, let's do it to it. Wait, no, let me read it. I read it wrong. That's a big oof on my part. And he holds it for just long enough so you know what he's doing. It's like, you crafty so-and-so. That was funny. That was legit funny. He did it again later in the episode. I don't remember the context, but he had some fun with it, and I appreciated it.
Yeah. It's being interpreted as being dismissive, which is weird. Like, it's not supposed to be dismissive.
Well, I mean, it's not like he's supposed to be completely heartless about it, but it is kind of dismissive because he doesn't give a shit.
It is dismissive in a way, but it's also like,
I don't know what to say.
He doesn't really have anything he doesn't have any reaction to add to that. Like, he's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I actually did go back and forth on what he responded to in a few ways. And then, like, at one point, I think I had him just kind of going, oi. And I was like, no, they're going to say Sonic is Jewish now, and this is somehow anti-Semitic, and blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's going to be a bad take no matter what.
Maybe you should have just stuck with that. That actually probably would have just been completely glossed over and blown over. Would have never even, that. Yeah, I know you were overthinking it, and then...
Yeah, in the end.
And then here we are.
He's not going to be, like, soliloquying over Starline. He has zero reason to like the guy. Sure, he'd give him a chance to get his act together, but he's also not gonna weep over the fact that this guy who's done nothing but awful things got his come up.
I don't think that. I don't think that people would be necessarily expecting that. I don't know. Just should have said. I don't know. He should have said, "Oh yeah, this is happening." Or whatever he said when Shadow was talking about Maria. This is where I saw Maria die. Time to party. Oh well.